for me, like personally, it grounds me to know where I come from. It gives me like strength to think about what people have been through for me to even exist. Titus is my fifth great grandfather, and his wife Nancy be my fifth great grandmother, and they were born in the 1790. Titus was about 1790, and Nancy I think is about 1800. And I find him on the 1850 census, and that blew my mind. And he's by himself, and he's 60 years old in 1850, and he's on the Orange County 1850 census. So my first thought was this man free? Like, was he a free black person in Orange County? And I couldn't verify that, because I know that enslaved people weren't counted on this, the regular census. There were slave schedules, and so I'm like, well, I want to dig a little deeper. So I actually had the pleasure of being an intern for the Orange County Register of Deeds, and about 2 years ago they decided to start transcribing deeds of slave transactions. And so I thought, I'll just go look on this database and just see if I can find anybody named Titus. And so I typed Titus's name in. I found him in there 6 times, and he was bought and sold 6 times, and the family that owned him was a white family with the last name O'Farrell. So I never knew where that name came from, and then at that point I could trace it back to a white family that owned my ancestor. We have to look at the records of the enslavers, right? So what are these big time white men saying about these people? And just markers for, woman 35, man 21. They never thought, the 2 lines they wrote about this person would be used to speak power into those people, right? So when we think about like the census and the government and, death certificates and birth certificates, and they're so much more powerful than what the people who created them intended them to be, And it is sad, it's traumatic, and it's violent. But I definitely see it as a source of strength, and I choose to see it as a source of strength.